So good.
Hello all and welcome back to So Good, where today we will be talking about none other than the highly anticipated Detective Pikachu movie. And whether it looks like it'll be good, or let's face it, like every single other video game movie that's ever been made, aka gut-wrenchingly horrible. Needless to say, this is going to be based on my opinion. Getting right into it, let's talk about the first impressions. And honestly, I didn't have a lot of hope for this movie at first because it seemed to me like a cash grab. And let's face it, all video game movies have pretty much sucked thus far for a reason. That being because video game movies all fit in this cozy little niche of the law that makes it so that if you make a video game movie that grosses under a certain amount of money, it then becomes a tax haven. And you can actually make millions of dollars off of a terrible movie that nobody went to see. I could spend a lot of time talking about this, but there are better videos that discuss the topic. Safe to say, it's a loophole that allows big companies to make boatloads of money and tax incentives off of the rotting corpses of things like Super Mario and Assassin's Creed. Furthermore, you can call me a critic, but I didn't like the few models they showed in the first couple trailers. I'm not so sure Jigglypuff should be a horrific Chucky-esque monster that looks like it would appear in the fever dream of a 3-year-old Freddy Krueger. And call me crazy, but I always figured Charizard's skin was smoother like a salamander, and not chitinous and sturdy like they showed off in the trailers. What's more is that I wasn't a big fan of Deadpool playing Pikachu. Now just hear me out before you dislike and comment about my blasphemy, because it seemed to me like they were just trying to grab a big name actor to get people to go see the movie. Kind of akin to what they did with the likes of Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed, and Prince of Persia. Now don't shoot me just yet, because I can full-heartedly admit that I have come around to the idea and I actually love Ryan Reynolds as the thunderstruck, caffeine-boosted detective. But it's not because I particularly love Ryan Reynolds. I mean, I definitely do, but it's more because of what was revealed in the numerous trailers. See, the more info that gets released about this movie, the more I fall in absolute love with the concept and the execution. See, it's always interesting to me when a director and a team behind a movie pay close attention to source material, especially when it comes to video game movies. Because, let's face it, most of these movies have almost nothing to do with the video games that they're based on. And when the second, third, and fourth teasers were released, I was slowly exposed to the care and detail that the director and team put into recognizing the Pokemon universe. Things like the fact that Pokemon in the posters and trailers weren't all just from the first generation. We get Pokemon that are new, like Morlul being shown some love. Pokemon like Emolga, Purloin, Loudred, Sneasel, and Snubbull, who to my knowledge aren't considered fan-favorite Pokemon, but still found their way into the movie. All 7 generations have reps in this movie, and what's more is that their designs actually look pretty phenomenal for the most part. But it's things like Aipom knowing Thunder Punch that really get me, because this is a move that the Pokemon can actually learn. However, it's not the first one you would think of when you imagine this Pokemon, making me believe that there were actually some Pokemon fans in the crowd of people that were animating and creating this movie, or at least that they were willing to look up the Pokemon on Bulbapedia first. To me, that is careful attention to detail, and I really appreciate it. Adding to that is the fact that the trailers show us things that only the truest Pokemon fans would be able to pick up on. Things like there being a shiny Charmander in one of the opening sequences of a trailer, or that Flareon appears from what looks to be a PC box teleportation device. All of these things make me excited about the movie, and honestly they give me great vibes. Oh, and let's not forget that they fixed Jigglypuff, because this little balloon is cute as hell. All in all, I would say that this movie looks like it's going to be pretty enjoyable, and from the looks of it, it might even spawn its own unique cinematic universe based in the world of Pokemon. And with the Sonic movie being made as well, next comes The Legend of Zelda, then Super Mario Bros., then... So, what do you guys think about the movie? Are you excited and trying to see it the day it releases, or are you okay with waiting a bit to see how the reviews look? I myself will be checking it out upon release, and I'll be rushing home to make a video on whether I thought it was good or bad. So keep a lookout for that in the near future. If you're interested in more of my traditional content, theories, critiques, or memes, feel free to check out the links in the description down below. Finally, this has been So Good, you are a So Gooder, and I am reminding you once again to keep on loving good stuff.